Today I am sharing a review of using the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmers. I bought this ruler because I'm working on a quilt that has a lot of half square triangles, and it is advertised as being a ruler that can help speed up the process of trimming your half square triangles. I've used it quite a bit. I've trimmed over 200 half square triangles up until this point. And I would have to say that I would categorize it as an okay notion. Most of my half square triangles turned out how they were supposed to when trimming. They're supposed to be 2.5 inches square. This is a good one. But when I first started using the ruler, before I figured out a few techniques for using it, I had several end up like this one. As you can see the seam allowance on these two edges, and it's actually smaller than 2.5 inches compared to this one, as you can see if I put them on top of each other. The way it works is you take your unpressed half square triangle, you line up the dotted line with your stitching line, and what I noticed is that when you line them up exactly, I ended up with the problem child, this one, where I had the seam allowance sticking out from the sides. Instead of lining it up on the stitching line, I would line it up slightly above. So this is on the stitching line and this is slightly above, so that it would give me a bit more wiggle room to account for any distortion when I go to press the half square triangle. So the way this ruler works, let me move these out of the way, is you line that up, you trim one edge, trim the other edge, whoops, and then don't shift it like I just did. Put it back, and then you trim off the corners. And then you take it over to your ironing board and press it open. And as you can see, this one, I'll just finger press, because I lined it up slightly above, I did not have the issue with the seam allowances. My final verdict on the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmers is that it is an okay purchase. It has made trimming my half square triangles much faster, which I like. I don't like that I did end up with quite a few with issues while I was working out how to make it work for me. But overall, I would recommend it if you make a lot of projects with half square triangles. If you don't work with half square triangles a lot, I think it's a product you can skip. Since it is a unitasker, I would say stick with your regular acrylic rulers. But if you're making a lot of half square triangles, it is definitely handy to have once you dial in how exactly you need to trim to avoid getting messed up half square triangles. If you have any questions about this ruler, leave them in the comments below, and happy quilting!